Hi, it's the i.t.fieldguy here again. Thought I would record another video, probably a bit longer than the last one, because the last one was really just a sort of overview of when I was repairing the server. So this one's sort of a bit more about my day. Excuse the rubbish camera angle. I haven't been able to do much with the mount. I think I'll need to get another mount to get a bit of a better angle, so I've just had to mount this on the sort of mobile phone holder on the dashboard, so it's a bit of a rubbish angle, but I guess it's better than nothing, because I did try to record a video last time with my action camera, but the audio was all terrible. Yeah, so it's I thought I'd try it with the phone. At least the audio will be better this time, and hopefully I can get a bit of footage of the stuff I'm doing today. So today, what time is it? It's about 9:15. I left about 8:30. I'm going to Gateshead to install a couple of SD-WAN routers, which are sort of quite a high-endish thing, but they're still sort of a cheaper solution than MPLS. I think they use a lot of the traffic over standard internet rather than a guaranteed service. But what I'm doing is mainly just putting them in the rack and putting some basic config on. Then the team will remote in and do the main config, and then I think I'm going to be switching over the routers from the old to the new. So I'll be switching on to these new routers onto the customer's LAN and taking the old ones out. So it'll take a good few hours. I don't know, it might even take the best part of the day to do the whole process. But yeah, I'm just heading there now. Yeah, so yeah, I might get a few other jobs in. It's hard to say. It depends how long this one takes. But yeah, it's Gateshead, so it's not far. But generally, I cover the northeast, so that can be as far as like Teesside, Darlington. Sometimes Carlisle and Cumbria, like as far as Workington and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to head there now, and hopefully I'll get a bit of footage when I'm on site. So I'm at the job now. This is the rack where I'm putting the equipment. I might have to move some stuff about because there's not a whole lot of space. But I've got a couple of routers to put in, so yeah, I'm going to get these racked up and yeah, show you once they're racked. Yeah, so it's just got the router here. So it's a Cisco ISR 1100, and I've got the tray to mount it in, so then it can be mounted in the cabinet. Yeah, so I'm just going to mount this in the tray, then mount it into the cabinet, and then get it all wired up and connected to the circuit and everything. Right, so it's about 11 o'clock. I've got the two routers at least racked. The first one, this one here at the top, the config team have been in, and I think they've configured it as far as they need to at the moment, so they're just going to do the bottom one now. So I just need to put that into the bottom one, so I can do some config on that. Then I think after that I'll probably plug these two together, because they're sharing the same access circuit. So it's going not too bad. These ones are not too hard for me, so I just really want to, I think while they're in, I think I'll just do a bit tidying up of the cabling, just so it's a bit more neater. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue on. Right, we're all done on this one. Config team have been in, and yeah, they're happy with it. So it's all cabled up and ready. I wasn't sure what they were going to do, if they were going to switch over straight away, which is quite unusual, but actually they're just doing the normal practice of getting the routers installed and ready, and a later date doing a switch over. So you can see the top one, yeah, that's the primary router, and that connects to the circuit. down below. And yeah, the secondary just connects through the primary, so it doesn't have a dual circuit config. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm just going to tidy up, clear up, and go into my van and probably have some lunch and see what else is it, see if there's any other jobs to do. Yeah, so I'm all finished that router install job. So I'm just, it's what is it, just around 12 o'clock. So time for lunch. So this is one of the best things in this job. You know, one of the best things you can buy is this thermos thing. So I usually cook my, you know, heat my meal up in the morning and stuff it in there. Then I've got a nice hot meal for lunch. Yeah, it's quite nice and sunny out here, so that's good. As I want to have my lunch, but yeah, because I hate going to rubbish sandwich shops, paying, you know, a lot of money for sandwiches I don't even like. Or at least I know I'm going to get some good food. Yeah, and also, you know, it's quite healthy, and sometimes it can be places where there's nothing anywhere, you know, hardly anywhere to eat, so I end up being starving. So yeah, I would recommend this if you do a job where you're out and about. Right, so I'm all finished now. It's just past 12:30. That install went really well actually. So I've had my lunch and everything, but there's not really any other jobs in to do. So I'm just going to head home. But stuff can come in all the time, so I could get halfway home and have to go to something else, which wouldn't be a problem. But I've got a bit of admin to do and everything anyway, relating to these routers, so that'll take us a bit of time, some documentation and stuff. But yeah, I do them routers reasonably often, but not as often as the server stuff. So my main sort of, 80% is servers, then maybe 10% routers, 10% desktops and laptop support, on-site support. So most of the stuff I do is enterprise, but I like it all. It's good to have a bit of variety. I quite like the routers because they're a little bit different from the norm. Excuse the rubbish camera angle again. Definitely going to have to sort some kind of, you know, mounting system, so maybe with the action camera, so I can get a better view, maybe get some nice views of the northeast when I'm driving around. Yeah, so I think that's it for the minute. So I might, if anything else comes in, I'll try to film that. Otherwise, I'll end the video here. Hopefully you found it interesting. If you have any comments or any things you would like to see, just let us know. Thank you. So it's now Thursday, the next day. It's just around 11:15, and I've come to Newcastle city centre for a printer issue, MFD, where it's not scanning to email, it's getting error messages. So I'm going to go and just check the network and just check the settings. It has been looked at remotely, but I just need to check all the settings and everything. I think it's visible on the network, but there could still be interference issues or something. I think it might actually be an issue with the printer itself, which may need looking at by the manufacturer, so everything's used to set up correctly. But yeah, I'm going to have a walk around and see if I can figure it out. So I'm on this job now. It was a bit of a mess on, because I had to get the code for the door up in some lofty sort of place. Probably it's a bit spooky at night, but yeah, first thing I had to wait a bit of time to get the code for the door. But now the wonderful thing is, now the cabinet is locked. I don't think it is an issue with the network anyway, because I've tested the actual port and it stays quite stable. But I do always like to also try the do a test of, you know, the structured cabling and the patch leads end to end, because sometimes the port test can actually show as okay and it gets connection, but sometimes it can be one or two pins that are dodgy. But I'm pretty certain it's not the network anyway. it was more of just a matter of course to tick a box to say, you know, that's completely ruled out. I think it's the firmware of the printer, or the printer itself is faulty. But yeah, I want to go hopefully get the key for this, but if I can't, it's not the end of the world. I should be able to proceed. Right, so I'm all finished now, as much as I can be anyway. It's about 1:30. Yeah, I've tested the cabling on that printer. That runs to the printer anyway, from the comms cab all the way down to you know, the patch cable and network outlet floor port, and it's all tested absolutely fine. The printer would fine, it just won't scan to emails. So I did suggest this before going, but the help desk didn't do it. I said to update the firmware, but I investigated, looked at the firmware level, and it's quite out of date. Yeah, so yeah, I've suggested that they do that, and if not, if that doesn't resolve it, the next step would be to what would it be to do? It would be to contact the printer manufacturer. That's all. Yeah, because obviously if they think it's set up correctly to scan to email, they've got all the servers and stuff correctly set, then it's possibly the printer that's faulty, or it could be something to do with the network routing if it's been blocked somewhere. But you know, I've suggested that as well. But yeah, so that's me done. I'm meant to be on a half a day, so finished a little bit later than hoped for a half a day, but then I got finished early yesterday. Yeah, so it's swings and roundabouts, not too bad. Yeah, so when I head home, traffic should be light. Yeah, thank you.